The campaign for Rajasthan has entered its final leg. Less than a week is left for the state to go to the hustings, and leading the BJP's election campaign blitz in the state are Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, with nearly a dozen rallies and 6 roadshows of the two leaders planned in the various regions. The Prime Minister today addressed rallies in Pali and Hanumangarh. He is set to be holding a roadshow in Bikaner, a major urban centre of the state. This comes right after his 2 rallies on Sunday, looking to edge out the ruling Congress government. BJP has sharpened its onslaught, firing on all cylinders with 5 days left. In a 3-pronged attack on the Gehlot Sarkar, the Prime Minister has picked graft, crimes and safety of women as the bedrock, but he also drove home the point that the policy of appeasement by the Gehlot government has emboldened anti-national and terrorist elements in the state, and that's the reason why Sanatan can never be safe.
राजस्थान में हर घर नल से जल पहुंचाने के अभियान को भी मैं दिल्ली से नल के लिए पैसा भेजता हूं, पाइप के लिए पैसा भेजता हूं, और यहां कांग्रेस ही कागजों पर नल लगाते हैं और पैसे डकार कर जाते हैं। यहां की कांग्रेस सरकार तुष्टीकरण के अलावा कुछ नहीं सोचती। तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति का असर क्या होता है, इसको राजस्थान ने बीते 5 वर्षों में झेला है। कांग्रेस ने राजस्थान को दंगों में झोंक दिया। दंगों और आतंक की मानसिकता रखने वाले के हौसले बुलंद हो गए। सौहार्द की इस धरा पर ऐसी ऐसी घटनाएं हुई जिनके बारे में कभी कल्पना भी हम नहीं कर सकते। ऐसी विकृत मानसिकता वाली कांग्रेस को अच्छे से सबक सिखाना जरूरी है। यहां मुख्यमंत्री कहते हैं कि राजस्थान की बहनों बेटियों ने पुलिस थाने में जाकर के उन पर जो अत्याचार हुए, जुल्म हुए, उसकी जो शिकायतें फरियाद दर्ज की हैं, यहां के मुख्यमंत्री कहते हैं कि ये सारी शिकायतें फर्जी है। अरे मुख्यमंत्री ये कहे कि भाई हम जांच करवाएंगे, मैं तो मुख्यमंत्री सर्टिफिकेट देते हैं कि ये महिलाएं आजकल फर्जी चीजें लिखवा देती हैं। ये महिलाओं का अपमान है कि नहीं है? ये महिलाओं का अपमान है कि नहीं है?
Now, looking to buck the rotational trend in the state, the Congress had steadfastly rebutted all the BJP's allegations. Supriya Srinath, the Congress, said that the Prime Minister's allegations are not backed by data. On the other hand, mounting the offensive in Ajmer, Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra said the Saffron Party itself is fragmented in the state and seeks votes only in the names of religion and caste, not on the basis of their work. And even as we speak, in the major urban constituency of Bikaner, the Prime Minister has begun his roadshow. Make no mistake, all of these seats are chosen with precision, keeping in mind the kind of population, the kind of messaging that the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to do, reaching out in particular to the Dalit population of the state, which is sizable, and also the Rajput population of the state, which is important and which of late the BJP seems to be losing their hold over. Before we cut across and discuss the meaning of the messaging that we have seen and how effective it will be, let's listen in to how the Congress reacted.
इनकी पार्टी पूरी तरह से बिखरी हुई है। इनके नेता, जो बड़े बड़े नेता हैं, उनको इन्होंने परे कर दिया है। किसी को मालूम ही नहीं है कि अगर मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा तो कौन बनेगा, बल्कि ये दूरबीन से जाकर ढूंढ रहे हैं पूरे राजस्थान में कि भाई हमारा नेता कौन बन सकता है।
क्योंकि आंकड़े सत्य बोलते हैं और आंकड़ों को आज तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी झुठला नहीं पाई है। असलियत तो यह है कि राजस्थान में बलात्कार की सजा का प्रतिशत 48% है, जबकि नेशनल एवरेज मात्र 28% है। असलियत यह है कि महिला अत्याचार के मामले में सजा का प्रतिशत राजस्थान में 45% है और राष्ट्रीय एवरेज 26% है। असलियत यह है कि महिला अत्याचार के मामले में पेंडेंसी मतलब निलंबित मामले राजस्थान में प्रतिशत है 9% और राष्ट्रीय एवरेज है 31%।
All right, joining us on the debate, we have Nigat Abbas, BJP spokesperson, Mrug, psephologist, Adv Kapil Madan, political analyst, and Renu Mittal, senior journalist. Mrug, if you could start by telling us, why do you think this particular constituency that the Prime Minister has chosen of Bikaner to carry out his roadshow?
I think let's focus on a couple of things. What is the essence of a roadshow? The essence of a roadshow is it serves like some sort of a magnet. You know, if you've got a lot of iron filings within a bag and you just run a magnet over it, all the iron filings come out. They'll stand out, right? So that's exactly what is the purpose of a roadshow. It's like a drip irrigation technique to get your core supporters out and galvanize the constituency. Now, why do you need that galvanization in a place like Bikaner? That's the question. See, Bikaner is from the northwestern part of Rajasthan, where two factors are important. First, there is a lot of army enrollment always as a practice over there. So these are places, where Agniveer has been a debate in the past. Second, this is also the Jat belt. It's a part of the Jat belt where, they have in fact sent cadres to the farmers' agitation in Delhi as well. So to galvanize the cadre there, to ensure that iron filing like sucked out BJP supporter is finally able to overwhelm and turn the tide in favor of the BJP. That's precisely the purpose of going to Bikaner.
All right. So that is the Jat belt that the BJP hopes to get into its side. Kapil Madan, do you think that is the messaging going through?
Padmaja, I would like to make another very important point. I was hearing Prime Minister's speech very patiently, and he was talking about crimes and atrocities against the women and how he's alleging that Rajasthan government has trivialized those crimes. But I would like to jog the memory lane a bit. Just few months ago, we saw how our national pride, our Olympians, were treated by this government. They were doing a dharna. And on that dharna, when they wanted to protest and went to the parliament, there was a lathi charge on them. And most surprisingly and shocking, the MP against whom admittedly sexual harassment allegations are there, he was proudly attending the inauguration ceremony of the new parliament. And despite all this, the Prime Minister was speaking about atrocities against the women, addressing a rally. I mean, it completely, shocks, and it can shock conscience of any individual. And I also heard the press conference done by Congress, and they gave the data points, how on data points, the Congress government in Rajasthan has performed better on these parameters, while it is, prosecution of these kind of cases are concerned, or the conviction rate is concerned, their national average is more. So my only limited point and the response to Honorable Prime Minister's statement is that, these are all empty promises, which does not, in fact, I would not stop myself and say, in fact, the Prime Minister maybe he himself knows it is only just for the sake of, making a public speech and nothing else.
Respond, Nigat Abbas.
See, they can just completely pat their back saying that they've done very, very good in Rajasthan. But the reality is that the Rajasthan government is completely plundered and an oppressive government. And why I say this, because they can just, come up with the fake data like Supriya Srinath has come. But the reality is that day by day, the cases of even loot, theft, molestation is increasing day by day. Atrocities against women. If you want to know, if we talk about last year's data, only in 1 year, more than 13,000 cases of molestation have come up. If we talk about just last month, more than 144 POCSO acts because the minor girls were raped. I mean, we cannot forget the Karoli rape. We cannot forget the Bhilwada, the Dosa, where the policemen were also raping. I mean, let's not even talk about Rajasthan's female security and what has been doing. And I am talking about that female, Ladki Hoon Lad Sakti Hoon ki brand ambassador Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who zips up her lips and never talks about what have been happening with the girls in Rajasthan. I mean, not even a single time I've seen that women raising her voice for what is happening with the girls in Rajasthan. Girls are being raped. The acid is being thrown on them. They are being dumped. And Ashok Gehlot Sarkar, the government of Ashok Gehlot, is putting all efforts to save those crimes. I mean, it's all in front of the people. Then when the Congress's MLA in the Vidhan Sabha goes and says that, ye to mardon ka pradesh hai, yahan to rape hote rehte hain. Do we need anything else? Do we need to know anything else? Do we need to understand the mentality of these people? It's out loud. They do not respect women. They are raping women. Their children, the MLA's children, their PA are raping women, which is why a lot of them are behind the bars. So, you are not supposed to talk about the female atrocities which are happening in and around the world. Let's talk about and stick to Rajasthan right now, because when we look at that, the data are very, very, very shocking. It is very simple for you to be able to just come up with fake data, but go to Rajasthan and see. And basic and petty questions that why Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra are not talking about it. I mean, you can have a run to Manipur, you can have a run to Uttar Pradesh just for your political agenda, but you cannot go to Rajasthan and speak about vote for a single woman. If this is what you have to do, sorry. And I am not sure, I am not just sure, I am super sure and confident that we are coming back in Rajasthan. We are forming a government because females are going to kick you out. Because what
Jay, it's very interesting. Before I get the others to respond, it's very interesting the emphasis on women. A lot of people have focused on Madhya Pradesh and the women vote. What do you make of the Prime Minister speaking again and again and again and again on the crimes against women in Rajasthan? Jay.
Is that to me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think, see, look, the phenomenon of the women voter being solicited in Rajasthan actually starts in 2003 when Mrs. Raje was feuded against Mr. Gehlot, as the CM choice of the BJP. Since then, the turnout of the women has gone increasingly in favor of a particular party, which the party was well positioned at that point of time. But since the advent of Mr. Modi in 2013, that's the first election he influenced in Rajasthan when he was already the prime ministerial candidate of the BJP, it's quite clear that there has been a woman bias in favor of the BJP. And I think that's one thing the BJP really counts on repeatedly, be it in Gujarat, be it in Madhya Pradesh, be it in Rajasthan. So I think the BJP is really looking to accelerate the last mile, grow from something like 120 to 130, 40 odd seats. It's going to bank on the women factor for that. Therefore, the Prime Minister needs to amplify that message in every single meeting or roadshow of his.
Do you think that is a track record that is going to be held against the Gehlot government? Let me actually play out for the benefit of our viewers and why we have got such an emphasis being put on the treatment of women in Rajasthan, because here is what the Chief Minister said about the increasing cases of rape being registered in Rajasthan and the NCRB data to that effect. Let's listen in.
Crime control है यहाँ पर, और फिर भी रेप की घटना कौन करता है? बाहर विदेशी आता है क्या? अधिकार घटनाएं करते हैं उस लड़की के कुछ रिलेटिव करते हैं, जान पहचान वाले करते हैं, परिवार के मिलने वाले होते हैं, रिश्तेदार होते हैं, वही करते हैं अधिकांश जगह। नंबर 3, आधा 56% जो क्राइम है वुमेन के ऊपर, वो तो झूठे आंकड़े आते हैं, झूठे मुकदमे दर्ज हुए हैं और हमने उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई शुरू कर दी है।
Renu Mittal, is this going to come back to haunt the Gehlot government vis-a-vis the women vote?
Yes, you see, because Mr. Gehlot not only was the chief minister of the state, he was also the home minister of the state. So the police was under his charge and law and order was in his charge. So he cannot escape the blame any which way. When you see the large number of cases which have come up in Rajasthan of rape, of young girls being attacked, of not only women or even Dalits, there have been so many atrocities against them. And we find that, once it blows up in the media, then suddenly and slowly the government wakes up. And we find that they decide to do something about it. Not so moto. And then, police are involved. All kinds of, situations have arisen in the state of which you feel that the government just has no control over it. And so it's not surprising that the BJP is making this into a big issue, because as far as women's safety is concerned, it is an issue in Rajasthan. It's been called the rape capital of India. And like another previous speaker said, when, you know, Priyanka Gandhi is speaking a lot about Manipur here, that and this, which is, you know, what, as it should be. Because Manipur, what has happened is there is really horrible. But then not a word on Rajasthan and the number of rape cases that are taking place. So there has to be, if you're a woman and you're looking to project yourself as the protector of women, then you can't differentiate between your government and somebody else's.
And you know, it's very, very interesting how the outreach is not just from the BJP, but in particular Vasundhara Raje. Now there's been a bit of a course correction. She's being fielded, not just in her area of influence, but also in other constituency. A lot of people who are going to file their nomination, you know, have requested for Vasundhara Raje to be accompanying them at that time, and the kind of connect that she has with women. Let's cut across, in fact, to Bikaner, to Gajraj, who is present. Gajraj, इधर का जो राजनीतिक आंकड़ा है, क्या उसका महत्व है? बीकानेर में क्यों हो रहा है यहाँ पर प्रधानमंत्री का रोड शो, और अभी क्या माहौल है, बताइए।
जी, बीकानेर में आप देखेंगे प्रधानमंत्री का जो रोड शो है वो जस्ट अभी 5 से 10 मिनट पहले यहाँ पे शुरू हुआ है। मेरे साथ जो है बीकानेर की जनता यहाँ पे खड़ी है, आप देख सकते हैं, और मैं मेरे कैमरामैन दिनेश को कहूंगा यहाँ पे दिखाएंगे जो रोड यहाँ पे प्लान करी है, किस तरह से ये ना सुविधाएं जो है पुलिस और एसपीजी के द्वारा की गई है। यहाँ पे मेरे साथ और भी लोग हैं, मेरे साथ एक बड़े इंटरेस्टिंग एक वोटर है जो यहाँ फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर है। मैं आपको पहले तो उनका एक प्ले कार्ड दिखाना चाहूंगा। यहाँ पे उनका कहना है, भारत के विकास को, जनता के विश्वास को, पापियों के सर्वनाश को मोदी जी। सपोर्ट जो है आप प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के लिए यहाँ देख सकते हैं बीकानेर की सड़कों से, जहाँ पे बीकानेर पूर्व से, बीकानेर ईस्ट से सिद्धि कुमारी हैं, और ये जो माहौल यहाँ बना हुआ है, हजारों की तादाद में, लाखों की तादाद में पूरे रोड शो में यहाँ पे लोग खड़े हैं। मैं यहाँ फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर से सबसे पहले बात करूंगा। क्या नाम है आपका?
दीपशिखा मोदी।
आपको फर्स्ट टाइम वोट दे रहे हैं मोदी जी की?
बहुत ज्यादा एक्साइटमेंट है। मैं मतलब 18 होने का मुझे बहुत ज्यादा इस चीज के लिए बहुत प्राउड है कि मैं वोट दे सकती हूँ, स्पेशली मोदी भाजपा को सपोर्ट कर सकती हूँ, देश के लिए, जनता के लिए, और मोदी जी और भाजपा के लिए।
यहाँ आपने लिखा है पापियों के सर्वनाश को।
हाँ।
इसका क्या महत्व है?
पापियां, मैं डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली कुछ भी कहूँ, आजकल जो भी गर्ल्स सिक्योरिटी को लेके हर दिन लड़कियों के साथ छेड़छाड़ होती रहती है, इनडायरेक्टली उन्हीं लोगों के लिए है। तो से मेरे को उन लोगों के लिए पापियों शब्द ही मिला, क्योंकि उनसे बड़ी वो क्या बोलते हैं, दुष्ट पापी कुछ नहीं होते हैं।
ये आप देखेंगे यहाँ पे वुमेन सेफ्टी जो है एक सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा है। हम हर वर्ग से यहाँ बात करेंगे। अभी हमने फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर से बात करी, अभी हम एक बुजुर्ग से बात करेंगे यहाँ पे, जो कि सर आप देखते आ रहे हैं राजनीति जो है राजस्थान की, आज जो है नेतृत्व मोदी जी का है, बीकानेर के प्रत्याशी हैं, किसको सपोर्ट करते हैं, क्या आपका वोट रहेगा और क्या थॉट प्रोसेस रहेगा आपके वोट के पीछे?
सबके मन में यही भावना है कि मोदी जी के मुकाबले कोई देश को जिस उन्नति पे मोदी जी लाए हैं ना, वैसा कोई ला ही नहीं सकता। आज इन्होंने जो कार्य किए हैं ना, वो प्रशंसनीय हैं और वास्तव में देखने लायक है। अगर मोदी जी के हाथ से सत्ता निकल गई तो देश का बड़ा नुकसान होगा। मोदी जी जिंदाबाद।
आप देख सकते हैं
आपको मैं यार 1 मिनट के लिए रोकना चाहूंगी, हमें जल्दी से एक इस वक्त ब्रेक लेना है। There are about a dozen rallies, 6 road shows that the Prime Minister and Amit Shah are carrying out. We'll come back in just a minute to our guests, and Gajraj, don't go anywhere.